Our world is designed as a fast-paced money chase, and society likes to tell us that endless buying and consuming is how to live our best lives and be our best selves. That if you aren't buying the latest things or fully immersed in our all things digital world, you are missing out. But all that noise is just expensive, distracting nonsense.
We don't miss out by being disconnected. We miss out by being constantly connected. And your phone in particular is preventing you from extracting the full potential of what life on this planet has to offer. And so I'm making this to show you what it is exactly that we're missing out on by being constantly connected, and how a lack of distraction brings you joy in its simplest form and reminds you that there really is something better to do with your time.
I stopped scrolling one day and asked myself, why am I on here? What value is it exactly that this is providing me? I didn't have an answer. I realized that basically all of it meant nothing to me. It's not real, it's not valuable, and when you're done, there's nothing to show for it. Several hours of my one and only life had slipped away, and I felt like I had been robbed.
I realized there's gotta be a better way to spend my time. When I was a kid, my mom had to beg me to come back inside for dinner. I was cold and tired and dirty from digging holes and playing hide and seek tag or building tree forts. So what changed?
It's normal now to spend hours a day and years of our lives staring into our devices? Normal to live in a digital world controlled by an evil algorithm? No, I don't accept that.
In my short time on this planet, I want to experience as much as possible, to see and to feel and to learn, because to be here in this world is a heck of a gift. Many of the things that we take for granted, we are in fact quite lucky to have. That metal tube up there in the sky has hundreds of people in it, crossing in hours what once took months. Like, wake up, folks. We got bananas at every grocery store from another continent for 60 cents per pound.
We live in a world that is jaw-droppingly unimaginable to 99% of humans who have ever lived. And we are all still just staring down into our phones? Really?
So what happens when you take out the AirPods, put down the phone, and just go outside? Well, this is the part where I explain to you how a simple walk around the block eventually resulted in some of the most meaningful and adventurous moments in my life. The moments that remind me my favorite things really are the simple things, and that the world can come alive with adventure if only you let it.
When you remove distractions and embrace the boredom, your head lifts up, your eyes widen, and your brain uses curiosity and imagination to fill your world with excitement and wonder. The fresh air, the sound of the birds, and the warm sun on your face snaps you back into the moment. As your world slows down, you feel peaceful and calm and alive. One of my favorite things to do when I'm bored is just go outside and sit in the sun. That's it. It makes me 10 times happier in just a few minutes. If that feeling was in a pill, it would be illegal.
Embracing boredom teaches you about yourself and your priorities better than any internet quiz or TikTok trend. In a moment of clarity, you remember who you actually are.
Your mind drifts to whatever is most important to you. I'm always thinking about a trout pond that I'm building. Yeah, I know, I'm weird. Or maybe I should go run. I felt good last time I went running. Maybe I should call that friend I haven't talked to in a while, or play some guitar. I should spend more distraction-free quality time with family, friends, and pets. On your walk around the block, you might find some grass and play around with it, which is how I discovered that grass can be an instrument. Although not a very good one. You notice weird stuff, like why is the grass under this stop sign so much greener and taller than the rest? Or like this crazy strong little plant bro breaking through the parking lot. Or the ants, why are they all out partying like that? What's up with the rabbits? Why are they running around so much? Why are the birds making so much noise over here? Are the prairie dogs chillin'? Are the dogs chillin'? Like, come on. Does anyone just sit and watch the clouds go by anymore?
And I know this sounds kind of strange compared to normal dopamine-fueled content binging, but out here it just hits different because it's real.
And pretty soon, that childhood curiosity returns. As you look around and you re-engage with the world, entertainment is everywhere. And perhaps like those childhood nights out late building tree forts, it gets dark. And it's cold and you forgot your jacket. So by the time you get back home, man, that warm house feels so good. And then you realize the warmth is always warmer after the cold. The sun feels best after a week of rain. Life needs to get a little wet so you can appreciate being dry. To get a little dirty to appreciate being clean. Do something exhausting and relax in that rewarding sense of accomplishment.
Life is not meant for soaking in comfort all the time. It gets stale after a while. So don't run from the hard and welcome in those moments of discomfort because it doesn't just make you stronger, but it makes the good things more gooder. And that enhances your overall experience on this planet. Staying distraction-free, you get inspiration and ideas that you never had before. And you wonder, what else is out there, hiding, waiting to be found?
There are trees to climb and there are tunnels to explore. Go out there and you might find the biggest living things, which happen to be among the oldest living things. There are creeks that disappear into caves and creeks that have rocks that can float. Go out there and chase a storm, because what could possibly go wrong with that? Or camp in a strange place and enjoy a hot spring with friends.
And then after a while, you start to ask yourself, well, okay, what if? What if I put an engine on a bicycle?
What if I make shoes out of an old car tire? What if I take 3 random pieces of bike equipment and tape them together to make this thing and ride it around with my friends? What if I use a tarp as a kite with a wagon on a windy day? What if I build a giant sled ramp off of the roof, use random plastic trash to slide down a sand dune? Or maybe just feel the insane power of a waterfall. Ignore the trails made for you by someone else. Draw a line on a map and just follow it. Challenge the rules and do what you can't, because when you let a little chaos in, the adventure sends pure life pulsing through your veins. All because you made a decision one day to put down the phone and be bored.
There's a lot out there to find if only you allow yourself to look. And the world has so much more to offer you than you could ever experience in just one lifetime. And realizing that makes me terrified to spend any more time than I have to staring into a screen. So go and find a sunset. Play in the dirt. Bring a friend and just enjoy existing.